Hi guys, hope you're doing well. I have a couple of things to discuss. First of all, and this is not for my clients, obviously, I want to emphasize once again that I will not work with everyone. And I would really like to ask people that I already turned down to stop messaging me. I will not change my mind. So here's the thing. Number one, I have limited spots each week. And I don't want to take more than that. The reason is because spell work takes time and energy. I need to prepare. I need to write the spells. Everyone is customized. As you know, my clients know this, but for the ones that are wannabe clients, every spell is customized. Another thing is that I want to have time for my clients. So I want to be able to be in communication with my clients daily, couple of times a day. And I need time for that. If I'm doing spells all day, I can't do that. Also, I want to make these audios to help you. And yes, I usually have someone in coaching as well. And I make audios for that person every day, and it takes me some time. I need to, discuss their situation and a lot of other stuff. So basically, please respect that because number one, I'm not into making a bunch of money and selling a bunch of spells per week. That's not my goal. My goal is for people to actually get results from my spells, which is why I need to do it in a manner that they will be successful. And that requires vibration work. That requires talking to clients. That requires making these audios. Like I really try, I bust my ass off. I work all day long. But, this is like my main preoccupation. I take usually just one or two new clients per week. Sometimes more. It depends how much time I have, how many free spots I have. Okay. So, absolutely, you can contact me anytime. You can do a free consultation. You can tell me your situation, and I can tell you whether I want to work with you and when I have a free spot for you. And sometimes it may be really fast. Sometimes you're going to have to wait like a week or a week max, I would say. And that's how it works. But there are certain people I will not take, and the reason why is because I love this job, and my clients are having a really enjoyable journey with me, right? Like my coaching client said to me today how much she enjoys it, and it doesn't seem like work at all. So that's the point. It doesn't seem like work to me either, and I enjoy it, and I want to keep it that way, and that is why I'm very picky. So I will not take problematic clients in terms that their energy is bad. And I don't mean they're in a low vibration. Pretty much every client I take, most of them are in a low vibration, which is why they're seeking help normally. I mean, like mean people, not good people, shady people. I don't want to associate with energies like that because when I work with you, when I do spells with you, I connect with your energy. And I want it to be a pleasant experience for me. I don't want to connect with shady energies. Sorry, I just don't. So if I say no, I have a reason for that. Okay? And, no matter how hard your situation is, and I usually have clients with hard situations, right? For the most part. If I like you, if I think you're a good person, and if I think we have a chance, I'll take you, no matter how hard it is. But you have to understand and agree that it's gonna be a journey, okay? And it's up to you whether you wanna invest your patience in your time and your money into this. Absolutely. So if you do, I'm willing to try, absolutely. But shady people and people with like bad energies are not welcome in my practice. So I would kindly ask, and I think that some of them listen to these audios as well, because I know they're in my community, which is a community for clients. Okay, so Svetlana the Witch, if you're not a part of this community, you don't have to be a client. So if you watch my um, videos, or if you are doing my exercises or whatever, if you just like me, you can join. Yes, you don't necessarily need to be a client, but it's basically a community where we post reviews, where we give advice, where we just post some informations. That's what it's for. And I've noticed this person that's been bugging me for like a year now, posting there. And I told this person several times to leave me alone. And please, come on, respect that. Leave me alone. I don't want to deal with you. I don't like you, shady. You're not a good person and you're not getting my time and energy, okay? Fine. There's so many scammers who will be glad to take you and take your money, so go there. All right. So, having said that, let's go on the topic of scammers again. Now, there's been a lot of talk about scammers lately, and I guess that's because there are so many in this business. So, once again, I will ask of you to use your logic. I know that when you seek, you know, this kind of help, you are in a low vibration, you're desperate, and you're needy. And a lot of people will try to take advantage of your state, okay? So many people, because that's like perfect for scammers, right? You're vulnerable. Sorry, I don't know if I'm not pronouncing it right, excuse me. But, they want to use it. They want your money. They just want your money. And please be careful, be very careful, even though you are in a low vibration. Use your common sense, use logic, be smart about this. And there are like some scammers that are really obvious, and then they tend to scam a bunch of people anyways. And there are some scammers that are a little bit more clever, but most of them are not hard to recognize, basically. So a few things. Rarely scammer will show their face. If they're gonna have a photo, it's not gonna be theirs. Okay. Rarely scammer will show themselves to you, what they look like. They will rarely discover their real name, for obvious reasons, right? So those are just like two things. Also, they will usually have super expensive spells. This is for the reason because they're into money, they need money, and scammers usually are not don't have other jobs or other ways of making money. So obviously they need their spells to be extra expensive. I'm not saying that the price necessarily means someone is a scammer. Of course, there are some really amazing spellcasters that are legit probably and have high prices, and nothing wrong with that. But this can be an indication of a scammer, definitely. Also, another reason why their prices tend to be high is because scammers don't really last long before they get discovered, before the words get out that they're scamming. So they need to make as much money possible in a short period of time. Another thing is that some of them will just keep scamming from different accounts, different platforms. Like a lot of them do that. So they'll just change their name. They're gonna scam again. It's what they do in life. They scam people, unfortunately. Scammers will not spend any time on you. They will be nice and polite before you pay them, and then you won't hear from them. And some of them will even threaten you. A lot of them actually will threaten you. A lot of them will tell you that they need more money. A lot of them will sell you the classic story that you are under a hex and that you have demons attached to you, or your person does, and that it will cost I don't know how many thousands of dollars to get that off. This is a classic scam. You don't have demons attached to you, neither does your person. Trust me, you don't. Don't fall for that shit. Scammers are not gonna have reviews, or if they do, they're gonna be fake. So be aware of those web pages where you can see reviews that you can't really see who posted them, and obviously the scammer did it themselves. Also, if they're just sending you reviews, for example on Reddit, if they're sending you reviews in your inbox and they're not sharing them publicly, they're probably fake or stolen from someone else. So be aware of that. And some scammers, as recently I've discovered, have even multiple accounts where they pretend they're their own clients. Like the scammer witch that we talked about, right? Has an account where he pretends he's their client, and then he knows everything about other clients, which is so weird why someone would tell so many details to their client about their other clients. Not a very bright scammer witch, right? Or should I just say scammer, not a scammer witch? So please, these are just some things, and we have a couple of audios about how to recognize scammers. There's a bunch of them. Please watch those. Please be careful. I can't take everyone. Like I said, I have limited spots and I will not work with everyone, but still, I don't want those people to get scammed that I refuse. So watch the audios. Listen to the audios. Use your common sense. Be very, very careful. Pretty much, I would say that I don't want to give percentages because I don't know. I would be making it up, but like I would say that 95% of magicians, witches, whatever you want to call us, are scammers. And there's a lot of tarot readers that are also scammers as well. I think they're pretty easy to recognize because, the reading will not resonate at all. It will be generic or something like that. Anyways, be very, very careful not to get scammed. So even if you don't manage to be my client, I still don't want you to get scammed, okay? Even if you're a bit shady. If you're a lot shady, then I don't really care. But kidding, I do still care. Yeah, don't get scammed, please, guys. Don't get scammed. Another thing I think can be an indication of a scam is if a witch does every single spell there is. So yes, sure, there are probably some amazing witches that also do hexes, curses, and all of these other stuff. Yeah, that go all paths and ways. It can be. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I can't generalize about things, but I think for the most part, if you see someone doing everything, and whatever you ask for, they tell you it's possible, because sometimes I get asked for some really crazy shit and I will say that can't be done, goodbye. And then they would be, but this which said it can be done, yeah, sure, that which is a scammer, so whatever. So yes, be careful for those things as well, because scammers will pretty much do and say they will do anything for money, and they of course won't refuse any type of spell. Now I just do certain spells, as you know. No hexes, no curses, no separations, no bindings. I don't believe in them. I will not do spells that I don't think work. I will not do spells that I don't think are okay to do. And that's just that. People sometimes do ask me for them, and I always turn them down because it's just how I do my business. A scammer will do anything, right? They will not say, "Oh, I will not do that." No way, anything, because they just want the money. They're not really a witch. Okay. So yeah, most of us do have some, we're people. We have some things we want to do, we don't want to do. There are people we want to work with, there are people we don't want to work with if we're legit. We have limited time as well. Like scammers don't really do spells, they don't really spend energy and time on their clients. So of course they can take anyone, right? I can't, so sorry. So I'm sorry about this rant to everyone who is already a client and knows all of this and is not interested in all of this, because they are a client, and I know that most people listening to this already are. But I just really wanted to say this because sometimes it just is annoying a bit. So, no means no, and I will not change my mind. I will not take you as a client if you send me 100 messages. Like, I just don't like you and I don't want to work with you. I want to have a pleasant time while I work my job, whom I very much love. You can see how much I love it. I think everyone can see it. I love my job and I love my clients, and I will not work with a person who I don't think I can grow fond of. Right? It's simple as that. Now, let's get back to let's get to some other things I get asked a lot. So, one of those things is coaching, and I already told you this is also very limited. This is only if you really think you need it, or if I think I need it, I might even suggest it, which is rarely. But if someone really has some serious low vibrational issues. Another thing I want to mention is the question I get, what when we get back together? So I want to make one thing clear. My spells bring you back your ex, but they're not gonna, make them forever with you, because magic doesn't work in a way that it will make your ex a slave. Your ex will still be a person. I mean, it's not your ex anymore, right? Your partner will still be a person with free will. And you and the person will still be making mistakes and having arguments and having problems. It will not all be completely ideal because we did some spells to bring them back. So spells are there to push them to come back, to change their mind. And then the relationship you need to maintain yourself. So for those of you who wonder how I can help with that, you can get coaching where we discuss it thoroughly with the energy and the vibration and everything for your case. That's one way. Another way is that you can simply, and this is like this is a free way, right? You pay nothing. So I would suggest that one. You just keep following the instructions, and you also keep doing your vibration exercises, and just keep yourself in a high vibration. And then the third option is to do some maintenance spells here and there if needed, or if you want to, we can do that. So those are the options you have. Of course, even if you're in high vibration, things can still happen, because just being in a high vibration does not mean that bad things will never happen to you. I have to say this because I'm in a high vibration, and yes, my car will break down sometimes, and stuff will happen to me, and some scammer witches will be after me because they will not like that I actually have success and try and work hard for my clients, and they're just scamming people. And things like that will always happen. It doesn't mean that nothing bad will happen and everything will be ideal just because you're in a high vibration, but it will be a lot better, and there you will attract more good things, and also your relationships will be better, and there will be less chance to ruin them. Okay, at least from your part. So, yeah, that's the answer to that question. Those are the three options, and that is basically it. Okay. I have been asked today, and I do get this question sometimes about teaching magic. Now, I mean, theoretically, I could be teaching you magic from, my scientific point of view. But the thing is, it's a lot. It's a lot. It would be, I don't know how many hours, and I don't think that either of us might have so much time and everything. So I just don't do it at the moment, at least. I've done it in the past a couple of times, but like I said, it's just so much. It's really a lot. I've been learning it for basically a decade, and it's really hard just to do some quick lessons for someone, you know. Um, but I will say that if you really want to start somewhere, the coaching that I do, the energy and vibration coaching, is a good start because, as you know, magic is energy, and that's like